Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Strong and Steady. I am Jen. Let's get ready to work. Let's extend our arms out from our sides. You can be seated in your folding chair if you like, or standing in front, but let's start relaxing through our shoulders and neck as we do small circles with our arms. When I got off yesterday, it was still nice enough that I could go for a walk. So I'm really enjoying this little warming trend and the blue sky and the sun. All right, change directions. Focus on that breath, inhaling through your nose and into your chest. Feel that rib cage expand and exhale out your low belly. I'm going through big circles now. Backstroke, opening through my chest, reaching for the back wall. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Okay, change directions. I'm sorry, change arms. So right arm is now working in big circles. Excellent. Okay. All right, now we're going to hinge. Okay, so hands on hips, elbows pointed back. All right, soft bend in the knees, feet comfortably distanced apart, not too narrow. Okay, now draw that belly button in. Start sending your fanny back at you, hinge at the waist, belly button through sternum toward the ground, and come back up. Inhale. Exhale, press those heels through the ground to activate your hamstrings and glutes, and rise. Maintaining a nice neutral posture, nice neutral spine, no rounding. Good. Get that blood flow going. It's early, it's chilly. Excellent. We really want to be warmed up in this area today because our first round of work is going to be right here. Okay. All right, good hinges. Now go ahead and cross your arms out in front, arms parallel to the floor, elbows pointing away from you, and we'll body weight squat. Good. Good. Give me one more, and then we'll shake our legs out. Okay, and we'll talk about today's format really quick. I have chair, I have dumbbells. All right, we're going to start with a format where we gradually increase in repetitions. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, you got it? All right, we have 4 circuits to work through in that fashion. Our first element of work is going to be a squat to a lunge, a nice combination movement. So we'll have a body weight squat and then a reverse lunge. Now notice I align myself right beside my chair to help me with my lunge. Okay, so you do not have to bring your knee all the way to the ground if you're not comfortable. You have to activate your glutes. I felt like an old, the old made fun of parenting style. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times, activate your glutes. Okay, so as we reach back, we want to make sure that butt is really tight with the leg that's sending back. And we're going down all the way to the ground if we can, but if we can't, we're still focused on staying nice and tight here and not tucking our pelvis. Okay, tucking is drawing it under, your tailbone's moving that way. All right, we're not tucked, we're neutral, and that butt's engaged. Okay, so we're gonna do squat to lunge. One side of the chair, then the other side of the chair. And then we'll get our dumbbells and we'll be in our split stance. Again, glutes engaged. And we're going to do 360-degree curls. All right, so it's a bicep curl and an external rotation. And then we'll flip our split stance and do a front to lateral raise. Okay, so those are our 4 movements. Really, it's just 3 unique ones, but we're going to go 2 reps, 4 reps, 6 reps, and 8 reps. Okay, All right, you ready? Inhale through the chest. Exhale out the mouth. Let's go. Okay, squat and lunge. Squat and lunge. Good. Let's move to the other side of the chair. Body weight squat. Step back lunge. Body weight squat. And step back lunge. Good. Now I'm reaching for my dumbbells and I'm going to get into my split stance. Okay, I'm going to start right now with right leg forward, knee bent, left leg back, heel up. Okay, palms up, bicep curl. So curl, externally rotate, curl, externally rotate. Good. Now I'm going to step forward. Okay, and actually my dumbbells are too heavy, so I'm going to switch. Now I have left leg forward, front to lateral raise. Exhale to the front. Exhale, lateral. Front to lateral. Good, okay. That's round one. Round two, back to our chair. All right, body weight squat. Squat to lunge. I'm placing my right hand on the back of the chair when I go down into my lunge, and I'm keeping my right foot on the ground as I step back and lunge. And 4. Good, switch to the other side. All right, squat. Step back, lunge. Squat. 2, focus on the butt. 3, and 4. Excellent. Reach for those dumbbells. All right, split stance. Pick one. Left foot forward, knee bent, right leg back, heel lifted. Curl, externally rotate. 2, 3, and 4. Good. Okay, and now switch legs. Front to lateral. Exhale to the front. Exhale, lateral. Exhale. 3. One more. Exhale. And exhale. Good. Okay. I have my little Jenga tower of dumbbells here. Okay. I'm back to the right side of my chair. Now we got 6s. Ready? Inhale through the nose into the chest. Exhale, begin. 1. And lunge. 2. 3. 4. Don't lean, don't lean. 5. And 6. Good. Okay, flipping sides of the chair. It's on my left now. Left foot stays down. Body weight squat. 1. 2. 3. Good work. Nice tempo, everybody. 4. 5. And 6. Good. You should feel your heart rate picking up now, working so hard. All right, split stance. All right, 360-degree lunges, dumbbells, bicep curl, externally rotate. 2, 3, slow out and around. 4. Now remember, everything's staying still, right? Except for that curl and external rotation. Good job. That's 6. And now dumbbells with switch up that split stance. Right leg forward, knee bent, Left leg back, heel up. Ready? Good. Using your breath, imagining that your arms are just floating up to the surface of the water. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Woohoo! All right. Big money, big money. Last round. To the right side of your chair. Wiggle those legs out. Cross those arms. Body weight squat. And lunge. 2. Exhale into that core. 3, 4. Belly button's going to the spine as you exhale. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Other side of the chair. On my left now. Arms are crossed. Ready? Relax through the neck. Squat and lunge. Squat and lunge. 3, 4. Excellent work. Weight in your heels as you squat. 7 and 8. Excellent. Now you're done with that business for the rest of the day. Okay, into your split stance. Right leg forward. Let me just give you a side view. I've got my left leg forward, excuse me, knee bent, right leg straight back, neutral spine, but my heel is lifted on my back leg. Palms up, curl, external rotate, up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Keeping those elbows locked into your rib cage the whole time there. Oh, no. Okay, now front to lateral raise. So switch that foot. It is a bit of a balancing act, right? You may feel a little like you're wobbling here, and that's by design. We want those muscles to respond to help keep you stable. Keep that front knee nice and still. Stabilize your pelvis, squeeze those glutes. Okay, ready? Front and lateral. 3, 4, 5. Good work. 6, 7. Almost done. Stay with me, and then we can have a water break. And 8. Good. Nice and still. You should be really proud of how you did there. Okay. Now, water, and we'll talk about the next round. Okay, the next round of 4 exercises, same format. We're doing sumo squat pulses. Okay, that's our first exercise. Then we have bent over tricep kickbacks. Then we have chair push-ups. So I'm going to align my chair to where I can use it. Okay. And then we have rainbow dumbbells. So rainbow dumbbells, we just use one dumbbell, right? And we draw a rainbow up overhead. And if you think about how your body acts from the ground up. You want to be stable, right? We always talk about creating that stability, but we're moving this weight out and away from our center of gravity. So it has to respond. So you want to think about keeping the weight sunk into the ground with both feet, lifting the pelvic floor, zipping the rib cage, all the things with the core as we do some shoulder articulation, okay? So make sure you choose the right weight, not too heavy for you. All right, so sumo squat pulses. All right, you ready? Okay, sumo squats. We have heels in, toes out, so our hips are externally rotated. Now we have 2 sumo squats and we'll do 2 pulses with each one that we do. So does that mean I have 8 sumo squats with 8 pulses? Yes, it does at the very end, okay? All right, so here we go. We're getting started with our sumo squats. So heels in, toes out, feet are wider than what you'd normally hold them. Okay, you can bring your hands together and squat, pulse, 2, and up. Squat, pulse, 2, and up. Good. Okay, grab those dumbbells. Now we're in a bent over tricep kickback. Okay, elbows into the ribs. Bend, hinge over. 1 and 2. We're starting with bent arms and then we straighten the arms. All right, now we have our chair or wall push-ups. Okay, if you want to use the wall, you may. The chair gives us a slightly more challenging incline, okay? Make sure you have dumbbells on your chair so it doesn't pop up. Palms on the end of your chair. Elbows are in and tethered together. Bend at the elbow, lowering your chest to the chair and press back up. And press back up. Good. Okay, now reach for one of those dumbbells. Grab it by the ears, soften your knees, belly button tucked in. All right, you ready? Rainbow up and around, back to belly button, go the opposite way, rainbow. Good, okay. All right, now we're at our 4s, our sumo squat 4s. Heels in, toes out, legs are wide. I like to have my hands at my chest, okay? Ready? Squat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, and up. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, nicely done. Bent over tricep kickbacks again. Okay, dumbbells in your hands, your palms are facing each other. Elbows to rib cage, hinge. Ready? Inhale and exhale, kick back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rise. Okay, load the weight into your chair. Now with these chair push-ups, I recognize how challenging they are. So I'm going to do 4, 6, and 8. You do as many as you can with good form, okay? So palms at the end of your chair, stepping back into your good incline plank. Feet are distanced, all right? Not kissing together. All right, lower the chest, bending the elbows, press away. 2, 3, and 4. Good. Reach for that single dumbbell again. Hold it to your belly button. Okay, 2 in one direction. Ready, soft knees. Exhale, up and over. 2. Back to the belly button, change directions. 1 and 2. Excellent. Okay. Now our round of 6s. All right. Heels in, toes out, legs are wide. Now, you need to find the external rotation that you're comfortable with. Your feet don't have to run straight out from your ears, right? I am not at that level. I am externally rotated in a comfortable fashion here, semi-uncomfortable. Okay, ready? We got 6s. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rise. Holy smokies. Okay. Bend over tricep kickbacks. Woo. March that out a little bit if you need to. That's a lot. Okay. Elbows in. Ready? Inhale and hinge. Neutral spine. So lengthen your spine. Contract and lengthen. 2. Pull your shoulders back. 3. Good, Ann. 4. 5. And 6. Hinge your way up. Load your chair. And push-ups. Again, as many as you can with good form, up to 6. All right, hands are on your chair, elbows in. And lower and press. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, nicely done. Rainbow dumbbells. Okay, a single dumbbell. All right, elbows in, held to your belly button. Let's go, 3 in each direction. 1, 2, keeping your torso as still as you can. 3, other way. 1, 2, and 3. Up overhead as you're able, but keeping your head still. Okay, last round of this work. Sumo squats for 8. All right, say this to yourself. I am strong and powerful. I can do this. All right. In 30 seconds, we'll be done. Heels in, toes out, maintain a neutral spine throughout. So don't round as you go into your sumo squat. Go as deeply as you can, maintaining that neutral. Okay, you ready? All right. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, march that out. Woo! All right. Bend over tricep kickbacks. Okay. All right. So arms are bent, elbows at your side. All right, hinge forward. Ready? Lengthen, bend. 2, 3, 4. Neutral spine. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, reverse hinge to rise. Now we have those chair push-ups as we're able. Okay, as many as you can, up to 8. All right, palms on the edge of the chair. Step back into your plank. And bend at the elbows. Chest is lowering. I'm on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nicely done. Okay. Reach for that dumbbell. Rainbows. Soften those knees. 4 in each direction. Ready? 1, 2. Up and over. Imagine that you're drawing this circle up and over your head and your ears. Change directions. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, nicely done. Okay, get a drink. We're on to round 3. Okay. Now for round 3, we're going to be with our chair. Okay, so remove your dumbbells from your chair. And then we're going to need a dumbbell. So get a dumbbell close to your chair. All right, so we're starting with chair reverse plank work. And what I'd like to do here is work on our chair glute bridges. Okay, so when we do chair glute bridges, we put our hands on either side of us and our palms are on the edge of the chair, and then we sit nice and tall. So feel your spine lengthening toward the ceiling and your heart lifting a little bit. Your legs should be held in parallel, right? Okay, then we're going to extend our legs out just a pinch and slide our fanny off of our chair. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we're going to do glute bridges, digging our heels through the ground and then straightening so our body is slid out. Okay. All right, so go ahead and slide off. All right, press your heels through and lift, and 2. Good, slide your fanny back on the chair, feet under your knees. Now we're gonna recline forward, hinge, neutral spine, arms are dangling. Now we're doing airplane arms, and we're letting our arms go as dead as we can and focusing on using our back muscles only, keeping your core nice and tight. Inhale, exhale, and pull. 2. Good. All right, that particular one helps us focus on our rear deltoids. Okay, now reach for your single dumbbell. All right, now we're seated nice and tall on our sit bones. Then we're going to recline back onto our sacrum, but still keep our heart lifted. We have our dumbbell, and we're going to do a front raise with the dumbbell held flat, and then an overhead press. Okay, so we're a little bit reclined, so tighten that low belly. Exhale as you raise, press, and lower. Raise, press, and lower. Good. Okay, now we're going to come to standing, and we're going to do some trunk rotations out of our split stance using our chair. This one's very good for mobility. Okay, so I have my right leg forward and the knee is bent, our classic split stance. The left heel is up, and I'm going to bend over and plant my hands on the chair. Now, I'm going to extend my left arm out and spiral at the waist and reach for the ceiling and back down. Exhale and spiral and back down. Reverse your hinge. Let's switch legs. We're always opening up here to our open side. So left leg is forward, left knee bent, right leg is back. Extend that right arm. Exhale, spiral at the waist. Shoulders are stacked, right arm reaching for the ceiling and back down. Exhale, spiral back up, right fingers reaching for the ceiling and back down. And return. Okay, so we're working through mobility. All right. All right, so now we're seated back again. Now, if for some reason that you cannot do this chair plank work today because this is too much on your wrists, because it is a bit of wrist work after those push-ups. You can recline as much as you can and do some leg pulls. Okay, so it's different muscle group, but we're getting a little bit more into our quads and our core, but we're still in the same position, so you can still get some work in. Okay, so I'm going back to our chair glute bridges, hands on either side. I'm gonna slide my fanny off of the chair. All right, now I let my hips sink and press. Sink and press. That's 2. Sink and press. Sink and press. Good. Okay, fanny's back on the chair, feet underneath knees, hinge forward. Okay, when I'm hinged, don't round. Okay, neutral spine. So draw your shoulder blades back and down toward your pockets. Arms are dangling. Inhale, exhale, airplane arms. 2, 3, and 4. Good. Okay, reach for that dumbbell. Seated nice and tall. Then recline back just a little bit on your sacrum. Arms extended, dumbbells at your knees. Exhale, front raise, over chest press, and return. Raise, 2, press and return. Raise, press, and lower. One more, raise, press, and lower. Good. Okay, dumbbell down, and we're back to our trunk rotations. Okay, right leg forward, knee bent, hinge, plant the hands on the chair. Okay, right leg forward, left arm extends. Exhale as you spiral and reach, and back down. 2, 3, and as you do this more and more, you'll feel how your back muscles are working to pull that shoulder back. All right, that's our focal point, being strong in the back. Left leg forward, hinge. Right arm extends, exhale, twist. Right fingers to the ceiling and twist. 3, and 4. Okay, reverse your hinge, come back up. Okay, back down to our chair. All right, chair bridges. Okay, so hands on the edge of the chair, lift your heart, slide your fanny off. All right, ready? Sink and lower, sink and lower. 3, 4. So heels are digging into the ground, not the toes. And 6. Okay, fanny back on the chair, sit nice and tall, hinge forward, arms dangling. Ready? Exhale, airplane arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, come back to a neutral spine, grab that dumbbell. Okay, neutral on sit bones. Recline back, roll to that sacrum, keeping that spine neutral. Okay, dumbbells in both hands, extended to your knees. Exhale, front raise, press, and down. Press, and down. Good. 3 more. Press, and down. Keep your chest lifted. Good, last one. Press and down. Okay, back to our chair, split stance, trunk rotations. Okay, right knee bent. Plant those hands. All right, ready. Left arm extends and twist, reaching for the ceiling and back down. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. The ideal is getting your shoulders stacked, right? So they're held in parallel. And 6. Good. Okay, reverse that hinge. Switch legs. So now left leg is forward. Plant those hands. Right arm extends out from the ear and spiral and down. 2, 3, 4. Use that rear deltoid, the back of that right shoulder. And 6. Nicely done. Okay, last one. Okay, so we're on the edge of our chair. Hands planted on either side. Slide the fanny off. Okay, you ready? Chair bridges. Okay, sink and raise. 2, 3. And I like to sink my heels and keep my toes off. 6, 7, and 8. Transition back to seated. Nice upright seated stance. Hinge forward, arms dangling, and airplane arms. Exhale and pull. 3, 4. Make your arms a heavy dead weight for your back. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now reach for that dumbbell last time. Okay, so we have that single dumbbell held in our palms, down toward our knees, recline back onto our sacrum, neutral spine, so chest is lifted. Front raise and over chest press and down. 2. Stay nice and stable. When we get fatigued, we round our spine. So don't let that happen. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Recline back to neutral. All right, back to our chair for our chair split stance, trunk rotations. Okay, right leg forward, knee is bent, left leg back, hinge, plant the hands. Right leg forward, left arm extends. Exhale and spiral, left hand reaches for the ceiling. 2, 3. Now don't grip, we're opening up. 4. Imagine you're like some beautiful flower, a morning glory, or something that's just folding open. 7, ever gently. Even if you don't reach this ideal range of motion, that's okay. We don't want to go through it straining, okay? We want to relax and open up. Okay, so now I have my left leg forward, knee bent, right leg back, planting my hands forward, okay? Bent over, extend that right hand, and exhale as I open up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over time, start identifying with those muscles that are supporting this opening. It's the back muscles. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, rock back to your heels, reverse your hinge and rise. Nicely done. Okay, we are gonna get down to the mat now, okay? And I think I'm gonna change things up a little bit because we spent an awful lot of time on our wrists. And so we'll go ahead and get down all the way to our backs. Okay, so Here's my chair. I'm gonna reach down with my palm for my chair. Right hand down, and I'm gonna drop my right knee to my half kneel, bring that left knee around. Now I'm gonna scoop my chair out of the way. Okay, so here I am, and I can work my way down to the ground. And the chair's still available for me to get up safely. Okay, so I'm on my hip. I'm gonna make my way down to the ground, down to my elbow, and roll over onto my back. Okay, let's spend about a moment getting relaxed here in our position. Okay, we're gonna work on our core, get it strong, but it's a process. We have to get suitably warmed up. Okay, so first things first, settle into your mat. Identify, we have 4 points, really 6 points of contact with our feet, but our primary ones that we're focusing on is the ones surrounding our spine. Okay, so we feel our shoulders and shoulder blades heavy into the mat. We feel the base, the backside of our pelvis heavy into the mat. We should be identifying that we have a curvature in our neck, in our spine. Now, if you need to support it with a towel, please do so. But there should be gentle space there between the mat, and your head should feel comfortable and supported in that spacing. And then you should have a little bit of space in your lumbar area in the mat as well. So we're not pressing our back into the mat. We are comfortable and there's a little bit of space, maybe the size of a pea or a blueberry. Definitely not the size of a grapefruit, maybe a grape. All right, and that's our spacing. Get comfortable and relax. Release the tension from your forehead and inhale in through your nose. Nice and long. Feel your rib cage expand, not your belly. And as you exhale out your mouth, pause and think about the sinking of your belly towards your spine without pressing your spine into the mat. Long, deep, slow inhales, rib cage expanding. Long, slow exhales, belly descending. Now, as you exhale, I want you to add in thinking about lifting the pelvic floor first to meet the descent of your transverse towards your spine. Okay, that lifting of your pelvic floor, that feeling can be achieved if you think about trying to hold in your urine, if you have to go to the restroom, that sensation of holding it in, that's the lifting of your pelvic floor. So exhale, pelvic floor lift, transverse meets and wraps. And the final element is that rib cage closure. So identifying those intercostal muscles on the inside of your rib cage and tightening them together like you're tightening laces on a shoe. Good, nice and deeply. Exhale. All that energy and thought is just focused right here on that mid belly area from pelvic floor to rib cage. Okay, now we're going to begin by pulling our right leg up into chair position. So we're going to exhale so deeply into our low belly as well into our right oblique that our right leg is going to float off the ground and come to rest right above your hip at a nice right angle, and that foot is dead. Good. Now we're going to exhale and extend that foot, straightening it slowly, keeping it a dead weight as you exhale. And then slowly lower it to the ground. Okay, draw it back in. Exhale, float it up into chair. Inhale. Exhale, extend. And slowly lower. Okay, as it lowers, it gets harder. Okay, so Don't let your back arch and leave the mat. Be aware that you have to have enough exhale to get even deeper into your pelvic floor and transverse rib cage, that you can support that weight as it gets closer to the ground. Okay, so that's what we're thinking. How can I lengthen my breath enough to do this work? You have to be master of your breath. Okay, inhale, exhale, float the leg up in the chair. Here's where I grab an inhale to start my next round of work. Inhale, exhale, extend. Slow breath, extend. Slow breath as I lower that dead weight of my leg to the ground. Okay, and then drag it back up. Let's move to the left leg, okay? It's all about mastering how dead can I make my leg and how much can I use my core and then lengthen my breath, all right? Exhale, float the left leg up in the chair. Exhale, single leg extension, lengthening that leg, but keeping it dead. And then exhale as it slowly lowers to the ground. Good. And the slower that you can do that, yet think about what do I need my belly to do to keep me safe, is a great practice. Okay. Let's stay with that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, draw it up into chair, using that left oblique to pull it up. Inhale here, then exhale, extend. Slowly lowering to the ground, deep and deep and deep. Good. Let's do one more. Exhale, float the leg up in the chair. Exhale, extend that leg, deeply wrapping, deep, deep, deep as it slowly floats to the ground. Good. Okay. Now our legs are back in chair. Let's thread our hands, bringing our palms to our ears. Okay, from here, draw your elbows into your peripheral vision and create some tension in your lats, drawing them down towards your back pockets, staying relaxed in your tops of your shoulders. And on our next exhale, we're going to float our head up off the ground and transfer the weight of our head, heavy as it is, into our chest and lats. And then I want you to feel the weight of your shoulder blades and the imprint into the mat that they're making. Breathe. Good. Now, with our next exhale, we're going to contract through our body setup and raise and roll forward, curving our cervical spine up and back down. Exhale. Just rolling partly up. When we're at the bottom here with our head floating, we're flat on our shoulder blades. As we exhale, we use our body, set up our lats and our rectus abdominis to curl up past the edge of our shoulder blades and back down. And back down, deepening that breath. Exhale. Good. Okay, now let's float our head back down to the ground. Stretch those shoulders just a little bit if you need to. Okay, and then we'll go back to that position, but we're going to add in some extra work. Okay, so palms are back at your ears, elbows are in your peripheral vision, but drawing down towards your back pockets. All right, now we're going to float our legs both up into chair. And then we're going to float the head up off of the ground, not rounding yet, just floating, finding the weight of your head heavy in your hands and transferring to your chest and your lats. Okay, here now, we're going to round just a little bit. So contract and then lengthen, single leg stretch with that right leg. And return. Left leg, exhale, stretch and return. Exhale, stretch back to right leg and return. Exhale, stretch left leg and return. Okay, lower the head with control, lower your legs with control. Okay, good sequencing. All right, so we floated the head, we were in a little cervical curve, just getting to a thoracic curve, not quite. And we were doing our single leg extensions. Now we're gonna add, finally, just a little combo here into bicycles, okay? So we're going to get into that same position that we were when we were doing that leg extension toward that opposite wall. But what we're also going to do is contract through our lat across toward our belly button. Okay, so and while that leg extends. Okay, so we have the basic movement down. We're going to be more toward curving in our thoracic spine, so broader and bigger as our armpit pulls past our belly button toward our opposite hip. Okay, all right, so let's get there. Palms at our ears, elbows bent in your peripheral vision. Okay, now draw your legs up into chair. Float the head up off the ground. Okay, now work through your breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, low belly. All right, right leg's gonna extend while right elbow reaches across your belly button and then returns back to neutral. Exhale, left leg extends, left elbow crosses the belly button toward right hip and return. Exhale, switch again. Right elbow crosses the belly button, right leg extends. Exhale, left elbow reaches across the belly button, left leg extends and back. One more if you got it. Exhale, alternate right leg and return. Exhale, left leg and return. Okay, lower that head with control, lower the legs with control. Whew. Now, bicycles were never so hard. We were taught initially to just go really fast, but we don't get the same amount of execution and benefit when we go so fast. When we go slowly and mindfully, it is much better for our core. And it can become like a little bit more of a thinking game as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw our knees to our chest. Allow your low back to roll into the mat. Release your hips. Good. Now, if your knees are together, you can separate them a little bit and rock back and forth to the side. Right now, you should feel your low back pressing into the mat, that area right above the crest of your hips, rocking, squishing in a good way, squishing in a good way. Good. Now we're going to settle our hips back onto the mat and let your legs fall to the left side, slowly lowering all the way to the ground as much as you can and extend those arms. So here's our nice rotation as well. Instead of rotating our arms, we're rotating our hips, right? But we want this nice ability, to lengthen and twist our spine. We don't want to give up on that. Good. So my left legs are to my legs are to the left and my gaze is to the right. Trying to make my shoulder blades heavy into the mat and I'm looking out at the palm of my right hand. Good. Now I can roll back to center. I'll keep my arms where they're at. And then I'm going to bring my legs up toward my chest again and let them fall slowly to the right side. Okay, and then I want to release here and I'll take my gaze to my left hand, palm to the ceiling. Get heavy in your shoulders and shoulder blades. Excellent. Now, since I'm on my right here, I'm going to curl my right hand under my ear I'm going to take my left hand, I'm on my right side, and I'm going to reach for my left ankle, and I'm going to let it come to rest on top of my right leg. I want my spine to be nice and neutral and my spine to be away from my femur so I can get a nice stretch in my hip flexors. Okay, so try and release any energy that you have in your hamstrings right now. I know it's hard, but just try and think just long body, long body. Good. And of course, we're going to do the other leg. So I'm going to break dance over there. And I've got left hand arm curled under my left ear. My left leg is on the mat, left hip on the mat. Right hand is going to reach down for my right ankle and let it come to rest. Let my hamstring go quiet. And breathe and release. Long body. All right. Roll over onto your back. Extend those arms out from your side. Reach out. Now, I want you to turn your right hand down so it's palm down. Left palm is facing up. Now we're going to float those arms off the ground and just do some little lateral rotators. So we're going to twist those arms as though we're holding onto doorknobs. And we don't want to twist at the wrist. We want to twist all the way up the arm. Twist and twist, twist and untwist all the way. Good. Nice big range of motion. I want you to do this. Continue and start feeling that movement, that rotation of the humerus in the shoulder joint. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, I'm going to roll back over to my left side. Right palm pressing into the ground to bring me back up to an upright position. Nice job today, guys. I bet you were thinking, I'm never going to get through these squat lunges and sumo squat pulses. Okay, well, it got better from there. Thanks for joining me. Okay, today is Thursday. We'll see you again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye now.